you all, welcome back to Beauty Bee. Today we're doing a pretty chill get ready with me. I am inspired by, but not recreating, a look that I saw on Hailey O's channel. Now, Hailey O is one of the beauty news gals. Both of them have their own individual channels. And a couple of nights ago, I was just like watching in the background a lot of her old empties videos. I don't know why, but I was back into like November of 2019 or something. And I saw this really cute look that she was wearing in one of those videos. She had like a cool toned pink over the lid, like a really shiny cool toned pink, and a coral in the crease. I thought it was gorgeous. I tried to do it yesterday and I ended up with a look that I liked, but I wasn't crazy about, and I want to give it another go today with something that's hopefully a little bit closer. So what I'm doing right now is just putting on some of this Benefit Professional Hydrate Primer. This is the only skincare I'm wearing. It is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is going to be dark in like 20 minutes here, and I'm not going anywhere. I had today off. I actually have the next 2 weeks off. I had some time off that I needed to use or lose. So I'm not working from now until the new year, and I'm so excited, but also terrified because I'm one of those people who like does not deal well with free time. I just languish. I just go into like a state of suspended animation, but a sad version of it. So I'm keeping myself busy. You're probably going to be seeing quite a few videos that are all filmed on the same days because I need to keep myself occupied or I'm going to go insane. So next up, I am going to be doing my brows. I am using the e.l.f. brow pomade. I believe this one's in light brown. Yes. I feel like I would have benefited from getting the blonde version if they have it, but they didn't, at least not when I purchased it. So let's go in. I just use an angled liner brush. Actually, I think this is their eyebrow duo, also from e.l.f. I'm gonna fill in my brows. It looks really scary at first, but as long as you don't go in with way too much product, and make sure to go through your brows with a spoolie, it works out eventually. Though honestly, I might have spoken too soon because that's still looking pretty dark for me. Okay, I mean, there's the comparison. Certainly when I don't have both brows done, they sort of look like they were drawn on with Sharpies, but when I have both finished, it starts looking a little bit more human. Natural is a stretch, but human we can go with. So how have you guys been doing? Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. I don't, but I am in my last stages of Christmas preparation. I think I have all my shopping done, but I need to go through the things that are under my tree. There's one gift that I don't remember wrapping at all, and I don't know if I just forgot wrapping it, if it's sitting under my tree, or if I've just completely misplaced it, in which case I might need to do a little bit of panic buying. So that's where I'm at with shopping. Everything is wrapped with the exception of one thing that I have no idea how I'm gonna wrap. I'm pretty well set, I think. I hope. And I'm not actually feeling too stressed about Christmas this year. For some reason, usually it really gets to me, but this year seems relatively chill. It's sort of my first year not having like finals before Christmas. I mean, when I was in grad school, I always had exams like this week. And, or I guess maybe last week, I would have always had exams. I was always really stressed right around this time. And then again, still when I was in grad school, I would always get sick like the week after exams. It was like all of that stress built up. And once it was released, it was like, okay, now you can be sick. It's time. And I would just always get like a sinus infection or the flu or something. But this year, knock on wood, I don't have any exams. Last year, I defended my thesis like December 8th or something. So I don't even remember Thanksgiving that year really, because I was just so stressed. And then after you defend your thesis, I think you have like 2 or 3 weeks to hand in your finalized thesis, the actual like 80-page document. So yeah, last year the holidays were a mess, but this year it's going to be so much more relaxed, and I am looking forward to it. Okay, I wasn't intending on just talking about my feelings about the holidays for 8 minutes, but here we are. So I used the Lorac Fairy Tale Forest palette. I used this shade just to set down my eye area. I was using some of the balm primer. I'm not really impressed with that primer, but it gets the job done. And honestly, my skin has become so much more dry over the past even 6 months that I don't even know that I need eyeshadow primer anymore. I'm not quite willing to give up on it. Okay, now let's get to the eyeshadow. I'm going to start with this ABH Norvina palette. This, I believe, yes, this is the volume 1, and it is so far outside the types of colors that I usually use, but this was actually the piece of the look that I did yesterday that I was the most happy with. So I had to search for my crease brush a little bit, but I found it. I'm going to go in to like 2 taps of this coral and then a tiny bit of that red. And I'm going to stick that in my crease. I feel like I'm always very ginger with this eyeshadow because I know that it can be a lot. I mean, those are like neon practically. But if you do use a light touch, it's pretty workable. Yesterday I didn't find that I needed to use any kind of transition shade to blend it out. It kind of did that by itself, and I think today we're going to have similar luck, hopefully. I may need to come back in a few minutes after I have done the lid and add some more color, and then we can make a final call on whether or not I will need to do some touch-up. For now, that actually blended out really nicely. So now I'm going to switch the lid color from what I did yesterday. Yesterday I used a shade from Luxie that was more of a coral to pink. Today I'm going to try using this highlighter from Copacetic. This is, it just has a number name if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, this is just shade 151, and it is a pink. That's a little bit blue toned. I think this will be a little bit closer to what Hailey O was wearing. Yesterday, there just wasn't quite enough contrast for me between the crease and the eye shade and the lid shade. And that is looking nice. It's definitely closer to what I was thinking. but it's not quite as poppy as I want. So let's just try with my finger. And yeah, that's building up a little bit better. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's so different. Other side. I was kind of intending to add a shade in my outer corner, but I don't think I want one. I think it's looking good as is. But I am going to add some shadow to my inner corner. And I brought out Maze for Days from Luxie. This is a yellow. I just thought it would be something a little bit interesting, a little bit fun. It's a really light yellow, but I think that on the eye you really can see that it's not just a light shade or even a gold. It's yellow, and I think that's kind of interesting. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more of that to really build up the color. And since I'm here, I'm going to go back into the Norvina palette, knocking things over, and let's go with a little bit of this shade right here. I don't have names for these, but I would describe this as like a fuchsia violet. And I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. Okay, so I think that is the eyeshadow done. I'm going to add some mascara. Okay, I went for both top and bottom lashes, and I really like how the eyeshadow is looking. I don't think I need to do any additional touch-up work. So let's figure out the rest of my face. I think I'm going to keep things pretty neutral and pretty basic. I don't know, I just haven't been feeling doing a lot with my cheeks, especially recently. So we're going to go into this CoverGirl blush. This is in Natural Twinkle, and I'm going to really brush into that. It's not a very pigmented shade. It's also pretty light, so I find that I really need to load up my brush for it to show up very well on my cheeks. I'm just going to hit the apples, maybe go a little bit further back as well, because why not? Okay, that's looking good, and I feel like the lighting is changing, and I'm looking really, really pale now, which I am pretty fair, but I don't think the lighting is helping me right now. So let's do some bronzer as well. Also, I'm trying to finish this by the end of the year, which is absolutely not going to happen. However, we can at least make a little bit of progress. Oh my goodness, the last few days I found this hummingbird stream in Ecuador, and it is so cool. They have probably there's 3 feeders, and I think they're probably 6 ports each. So 6 different holes that hummingbirds can sit and feed at. And they have like 7 different species that regularly pop in, and there will be 4 or 5 hummingbirds on average at any point during the day. It's amazing. It has totally distracted me from actually watching any beauty content. So I was busy before, and then I found this hummingbird stream. So if I haven't watched your videos, and I usually do, and I usually comment on your videos, it's not that I don't like you. It's not that I have decided not to watch you anymore. I'm just so stuck on these hummingbirds. They are adorable. They fight with each other. It's so cute. They're so ineffectual. I love them so much. I love the hummingbirds that we have here in the States too, but at least in the area where I live, I think we have 3 varieties that are like ever seen in my state basically, and we really only have one that people ever actually see. So it's just so exciting to see this huge variety. I love it. I should probably get to doing my lips. I am wearing some lip balm right now. Let me just kiss that off to at least get it to a point where I can apply some lip product over. This is another area where my look yesterday was just not it. I went with like a sheer coral yesterday from e.l.f. in their sheer slick format, I believe, or their sheer slick formula, and it was a little too matchy with the eyes. It wasn't doing it for me. So today I think I'm going to just line my lips a little bit. I used the vintage lip liner and I'm not sure any of it really came off, but whatever. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this ColourPop gloss on top. This is from the Bambi collection. It's the shade Thumper. It's sort of a milky pink with quite a bit of shimmer. And I think it just suits my outfit a little bit better, and I think it suits the eyes a little bit better as well. So I think that should be the final look. What do you think? I am digging the coral and the pink together. I think that is very cute. Thank you so much to Hailey O for making that look 2.5 years ago, because there is no way I would have thought to do it, especially at this time of winter otherwise. And I'm really enjoying it. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope that I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!